Alrighty, so we got this knife here. It's the microtech socom Elite Mini or something. I think that's what the name is. It's got, we called it up in the light. It's got carbon fiber with titanium. You know, it's titanium all the way around. I don't know if the pocket clip might be titanium too. It's got a little insert there for the liner lock to go up against the blade, so you don't mar the liner lock at all. It's real nice. All the fit and finish is really nice. The only issue is this, the detent holding it closed. So if you watch the liner lock, when you open and close the knife, well, if I can get it, see how it moves? It has to, the liner lock has to open up a little bit for the knife to be able to open. And when I first got this knife, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to flick it open, and I'm trying, and you see how hard I'm pushing, trying, the thing's won't open, right? And I'm like, what is going on here? It feels like it's locked shut, basically. And I ended up figuring out that when you're holding it and you're trying to flick it open, well, your finger's sitting on the lock. And since the lock has to come out, it can't come out because your finger's there and it won't open. Right? So you got to have your finger just off of that. You can't really get it over here because it's too uncomfortable. But, you know, you got to try to brace the knife somehow. But if you don't have your finger on that at all, it just pops right open like no problem. Right? And, you know, this one's M390. All the grinds are real nice and everything. But I've seen reviews on this knife, and they all said that the detent was really stiff too. And that they were hoping it would loosen up. But I don't know if they realize that having your finger on there just basically makes it almost impossible to open. So you gotta keep your finger off, and then it just pops right open. Now, if you're left-handed, this knife would actually work a lot better for you, because you can just get in here and pop it open and you don't have any issues. The only thing is there's no cutout for the thumb stud like there is on this side. So the thumb stud is harder to get to, and you can't do it from here because you're pushing on the lock. You got to come up above it and pop it open. Alright. Other than that, I mean, it's all real nice, you know. The action's smooth and everything. Since the lockup solid, and it definitely stays closed good. That's for sure. And it's actually sharp, unlike the first microtech I bought that was so dull you couldn't cut anything with it. Like, wouldn't even attempt to cut a piece of paper. But yeah, so that's just one thing, or the one issue is just that lock and not letting it open. And you can't even reverse flick it either, because your finger is on the lock trying to get leverage to pop it open, right? So you're holding it closed. And I don't know how big that detent ball in there is, but if that's being held closed, this knife will not open. Now you can see it's trying to, but it will not open. So it's just one thing to look out for if you actually want to get this knife. I think it's discontinued. I got it on sale. It was like $250, and you know, for that price, I think they would have figured out that detent problem or something. But maybe that's why it's discontinued now. Maybe they did figure it out. But anyway, it was like $350, and for $350, I would have probably returned this thing with that problem. You know, that's just, you can't even open it. You know, it's just ridiculous. But other than that, it is a real nice knife. I'll give them that. Actually has an edge on it and everything. I sliced through like a little cardboard box, like the flat cardboard, not the regular stuff. And you know, it's just sliced right through there, no problem. But yeah, you know, there's no blade play or nothing. It's all solid. See how far it engages there. And then the thumb stud is the pin stop also. So it doesn't have a pin in there. It rests against the titanium there. And that's the backstop. And I tried to like look in here to see if I could see the detent or anything. Let's see if I can get it up in the sun. But I couldn't see anything. Like, it's all sealed in there. You'd have to take the knife apart to see what's going on. And I don't really want to take it apart. So, just thought I'd show y'all and give you my opinion on it. If they make another one, hopefully they fix that problem, because that's just... I've never had a knife with that issue. You know, I have tons of folding knives and everything, and I've flicked like all of them open, and all the liner locks and everything, but even the frame locks, and I've never had that issue. Maybe if there was like a flipper tab on here, it would be a lot better, but you can't really do a flipper tab with the way they have it here. So, or maybe if it was like a front flipper, I mean something, because this is just, it's awkward. It's really awkward to open. Other than that though, you know, full grip on there. You get all your fingers on there. It's lighter than the Cold Steel Recon 1. And it's like the same size blade. The handle's just a little shorter. But you can still get a full grip on there. So, yeah. I mean, it's a real nice knife. If it didn't have that locking issue, it would be a whole lot nicer though. I'll say that. Alrighty. I just wanted to show you all this. Shout out to my man Pistol Pete. He wanted to see it too. I tell him I would do a video on it. So, yeah. And you can see the grind it has. It gets thicker at the tip and everything. It has weird, the fuller comes in there, and then it has a swedge grind on the back part there. So, it's an interesting little knife. Just wish it was easier to open. That's all. Alrighty. Y'all have a good one.